Look at the one on the left here coming past. Heads up and playful. Even gave a little trumpet there. Don't worry, we're just looking at you. These elephants haven't seen us before. I think this might even be a new herd. There is no recognition here in terms of what we are from them. So we need the adults to get a bit curious, like this female is doing now. You can see the bigger one. That one is playful. Difficult to know where to look at, Matteo. All of it going on at the same time. The one on the left, I think he wants to play with us. He's not quite sure what to do himself. Looks like a young... Oh, actually might be a young female. Thank you for all the emails coming through, lots of messages and curiosities as well. I know that there's a bit of interesting news and I will share it with you at some stage. Look at this female, look how she's crossing her back leg. I love it when they do that. See that she's relaxing, just standing on 3 legs. Oh, beautiful. All these elephants coming past in the background there as well. It's just such a stunning view with the background of that sky. Just quickly, it's a question that has got a very long answer as well, but I'm going to have to do the short one now. Mike asking again, but elephants, if it's true that they bury their dead, it's one of those sort of myths that have evolved over time. I'm just going to turn slightly here. Tell them, oh, it's okay, it's okay. Look at what I'm doing. I'm moving away from you. There we go. This female is the one that's going to come and investigate us because she's the one that we need to communicate with a little bit so that she can tell the rest of them that they don't need to worry about us. It's okay. Mike, just the short answer to that for now. Oh, she's beautiful. Quite small eyes. She's got quite a narrow face as well. Short answer to that is it's not really true. No, they don't bury their dead. There's a fascination that they have with the bones of dead elephants from before. That is very interesting, and also there's a lot of mythologies almost, or sort of great hunting tales, if you want, in the early days about elephant graveyards where people could find a whole lot of tusks. And again, there's a scenario around it that I'll explain at another stage. If you remind me again of the question, maybe we look at elephants in the next day or two, I'll go into the longer version of it. But the fact that they are very interested in other elephants and almost elephant history maybe is very true. What I meant with that really is that they do find, you know, they'll go past bones of an elephant that's been dead for years and they will spend time there sniffing it and milling around, and you will get an emotional sense of what they're doing there. Interesting, this female on our right hand side, you can still see she's still here. Look at what she's doing. She is eating, slowly moving along, but she's not, her main focus at the moment is not getting food in her belly. It is to see what we're about. Slowly coming close, and this is very typical behavior. She doesn't want to seem too interested, but at the same time she is. Oh, you're very beautiful. Very sharp tusks. Very, very sharp tusks, both of them. Not very long, but look at those tips. Don't go away. There's the green. This is what we've waited for. She's just asked us what we're doing. Ah, that was cool. And this is a very important part. The way we reacted is we just calm. We're not starting our engine and making noise or anything. We're just saying we're not here to threaten you. Now she can maybe get a bit more curious if she wants to. Yes. Let's get my head out the way there for you for the moment. Look at the trunk, look at the way she's moving, look at the tip of that trunk. I'm going to have to get out your way. She's feeling around, sniffing around. Wasn't that magic? Could you feel that? Could you feel the progression of her thought patterns, of her curiosity? Guys, and we'll get to some more questions just now, but at the moment I just really want to interact with her a little bit. There's still a great deal of curiosity there. Look at that. Head up, ears open. She doesn't quite know what to do. You know? Maybe they've had a few experiences with vehicles making a bit of engine noise around them and behaving a bit different. And like I said, I'm almost convinced now that this is a new herd. I haven't recognized any of the big elephants. I recognized her. The way she behaved around her shows a lot of confidence and intelligence. She would certainly be one of the high-ranking females in this herd. And if we'd seen them before, I'm sure I would have remembered her. Those tusks are quite characteristic of her, shall I say. Also her face. Just like I said, she's got quite a long, narrowish face. Let's just see a little bit. Let's show our curiosity to her now. Very careful. It's always what you want to try and do is not approach straight on. Approach to the side on a little bit. There we go. So she doesn't look like we're making a direct approach. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. There we go. There we go. Good question, the Maryland, and something that I've mentioned a few times. I should actually mention it more. That's a rumbling sound that you hear, and I make it most of the time when I approach any elephants, even wonky or elephants that we know quite well. It's essentially just a, let's call it a bit of a Pavlovian attempt that I'm doing. It's just a sound that I try and create the same all the time. So over time I think I can produce it pretty much on the same frequency, and it is something that as elephants I'm sure will be able to remember. There's also quite a similar sound to what they make. I have no idea what I'm saying, but I've never noticed them being upset, and I have noticed curiosity sometimes. And it's just something that if I see these elephants again, or let's say in the case of Wonky, for instance, that bull that we see very often, he's heard that many times now, so he can immediately associate not only just the vehicle, which is very different in terms of its shape and its noises that the vehicle makes itself, but he can also then know that that specific person of which he's got some understanding of. I'm not going to try and tell you how much or how little he understands of that, but there's an association that you form, and it's all part of our behavior. Elephants do the same thing. They shake their heads when they greet, they rumble at each other, they approach in certain ways. I've also recently started seeing with how you move your hand, especially when you're on foot with them, can have a very similar visual effect to them having their trunks up like that when they try and smell you. Okay, now this is where we are very much on the edge of trusting. Now it's interesting, she's still feeding, and also look at the two younger ones. Look at that one. Look at it. Yes, it's okay. We're just coming. It's alright. It's alright. You're beautiful. You're a very beautiful female. Oh, I'm a little bit forward. Sorry. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Look, I'm not coming close. I'm giving you space. We're going to stick with her a little bit. Trust ultimately is such an important thing. I've been going on a lot about it lately because I've learned some new. I tell you, this has got very sharp thorns on it, huh? Okay. Gain almost some new insights into it. And a large part of that has got to do with being in this space, being out here with you very often on drive.